Welcome to another episode of G. Hallora's Beer Reviews. Today I will be reviewing Extra Dry Platinum. I had this sitting in the fridge for some time and it was actually one of my sister's beers, and she said that I could take it for my newly started beer review channel. So I thought I'll give it a go, because what I want to do with the channel, I'm not always going to review the flash beers, so to speak, or something that not many people know about, or the more expensive and better types of beers. I thought I might just go for the casual ones as well, because I think they still have a place in the market. Most beer reviewers say that as well. There's certain places for the macro lagers and that sort of stuff. So, which this is obviously. So this is from Toohey's Brewery, and it comes in at 5.2% alcohol by volume in a 345 ml bottle. It's interesting that it is at 5.2%, because I haven't had probably the Extra Dry Platinum for probably 6 years. I believe it came out in 2006, and I think I had it when it came out, and that was the last time. I can't really recall what it was like. Back then, I wasn't into beer as much, well, good beers anyway, so I probably didn't know the difference. But yeah, now it's 5.2, which it used to be 6.5, and I remember having that reputation as something that people would buy just simply to get a better buzz, which probably not a good thing, but that's what I remember it being. But now it's 5.2, and I did recall when I saw this that the standard extra dry is now 4.6 alcohol by volume in comparison to the original 5%. So it seems they're doing the same thing as Carlton and United, lowering the alcohol by volume to reduce taxes, I guess, and make them, well, they can keep the pricing as close as they can to what they have been in the past. So, without further delay, we'll get into reviewing this beer. As you can see, it's in a clear bottle, no doubt for marketing purposes, which us beer lovers know clear bottles are not good if they get sunlight. I hope this one's alright. It's been in the fridge and was in the case, so it shouldn't have had too much sunlight. Anyway, I'll crack it open. Yeah, there's a bit of smoke coming out of there. It's not too bad, and I'll pour it into this Pilsner glass. I can see it already. You can tell it's one of those generic type of dry lagers. The head is very thin. It's foaming up now, but it won't stay long. Let's pour that in there. All of that in there. Let's put this down. As you can see, a bit of carbonation. Not a lot. I've seen more before. This glass isn't my favourite. I had my favourite glass broken the other day. Yeah, unfortunately, it was knocked over. We all have our favourite glasses, but I'll just have to get another one. But the carbonation's okay. With the head, yeah, it's there. It's just over 2 fingers. Um, Look, I like to see it prove me wrong, but I've seen this all before. You pour it and you think it's great, and then the head goes very quickly. But it's looking okay at the moment. Anyway, as for the appearance, it's actually a lot darker than a normal lager. Like, say for instance, if you had one of those in its class, VB or even the drier beers, the Carlton Dry, it's a bit darker than that. I noticed that even in the bottle, it looked darker. I can't recall that originally, but you probably even see it in the camera. It is a lot darker than some other lagers. I'll just have a smell. Yeah, I'm picking up the adjuncts. Yeah, it's like wet. As bad as this is to say, it's almost like wet dog. It's not very appealing. It's like the malts are sort of old or something. That if that's a description you can give it. Yeah, well, wet dog. Anyway, I've drank some bad beers in my time, so it's not going to turn me off from drinking it. It might be even a bit skunked if that's the smell I'm getting. But anyway, let's give it a taste. Yeah, it's all right. I don't think it's been spoiled. Yeah, it's just a smell. In response to that, the taste is, yeah, your typical mass-produced type of beer. It's slight bit of hop bitterness, slight. Doesn't last very long. I'll just have some more. Yeah, it's dry. It lives up to its name in the sense of it being dry. Um, it's actually quite sweet. Yeah, malty sweetness. The bitterness is not much at all, actually. It's a tiny little bit at the beginning when you first drink it, but you just get this malt sweetness. A bit too much, a bit too sweet. But it is dry in the mouthfeel. I'll give it that. Uh, yeah, I'm going to finish it. Of course I will. It's not disgusting. Yeah, to be honest, I don't even think I've ever tipped out a beer, but maybe once. I don't know, but not generally. It's the old saying, you know. There's no such thing as a bad beer, just some are better than others, which is pretty true. Anyway, I'll finish it, but the score, very average. I wouldn't go out and buy it. Like I said, it was just in the fridge. I don't even know why my sister bought it. She tends to like nice beers too. I don't know. Maybe she saw it on special and just grabbed it. But yeah, well, this is the purpose of my channel, to educate people. So I'm sure she'll watch this as well. But yeah, I'd probably give it, and this is being somewhat generous, a 5 out of 10. Um, I think four really hits it in the guts a bit too much, I think, but 5, yeah, it just gets there. It's not anything special. I wouldn't go out and buy it. Like, to be honest, I've drank the standard extra dry, and it tastes a lot different to that. It's something about it. It just tastes cheap. I don't know. It's hard to put your finger on it, but the standard extra dry is a lot more crisp and dry than this, I find anyway. So I'll if you like extra dries, stick with that. Don't bother coming to this. So 5 out of 10 for Toohey's Extra Dry Platinum from brewed in Lidcombe in Sydney. So Sydney, Australia. So I'll just give this one a miss. If your mate's giving it to you for free, well, maybe it might be worth it. But other than that, I wouldn't go and buy it. But the 5 out of 10 for Toohey's Extra Dry Platinum. Thanks for watching again.